everybody. I'm Katerina Countess, and I'd like to tell you about how I became a kaleidoscopist. And so I'm a graphic designer and aspiring creative technologist. What that means is that I quit my day job and work on making things full-time. And some people call it art, but that often stifles the conversation instead of invigorating it. And so I like to call it making art, and you don't have to be an artist to make art. You just do a thing, and it's a thing. That's pretty cool. And so I started with self-expression, because I decided what I know best is me, and how to bring that out. And so I painted my face, and it got some looks. And it's just something where you look at somebody, and you can see a little bit into who they are, very visually, very quickly. And this is object expression, which is a different kind of art that you can make, where you take the essence of a thing, and you confront it head on. And so this is an ocean harp, and it's known to sound dissonant on purpose. And accepting that you're going to be bad at something is great when you're trying something new for the first time. This was with me and my friends, and we were just playing around, making noise, and just trying something new. And it's with this kind of confidence we can all go and make stuff with our friends that's a little weird, but also a lot of fun. And so this is when I got into kaleidoscopy. One of my friends did this first. Everyone does it first. No one's the first. And so this is me just reflecting a dance. And the cool part is the spaces between where the images meet in the mirror. That's where you can see some very interesting patterns. And that's where kaleidoscopy comes in. So kaleidoscopy is just a process that you can take to anything at all. I've taken to video, paintings, digital work, print work, all these kind of things. You just reflect it, and it looks beautiful. And it has a history and psychological work where you can see something through the patterns, and that says something about you. And this was in the 1900s when they first started doing Rorschach tests. And this was something that I did myself about 2 years ago. And so it had a rebirth of interest in the 1970s and 80s when the drug revolution hit. But you don't have to do drugs to be into psychedelic art. I mean, this is Seattle too, but you can just enjoy it. And so in Japan, they're a little ahead of the game in art for a lot of different reasons, but 2 years ago, a Japanese duo created a kaleidoscopic environment in a shipping container, and it's called Wink Space, and I highly recommend it to check it out. But also, you can do kaleidoscoping yourself. What I mean by that is a lot of my work, all I had was an iPhone and some creative software. I use Adobe Creative Suite, particularly Photoshop and Premiere Pro. But there's a lot of open source stuff that you can use too. So don't think that this costs any money. All you need is a camera and some time and a little bit of inspiration. Like this, for example. This was just a road trip me and my friends took in the summer. And we thought, wow, what a pretty picture. It's nice, right? But what happens when you kaleidoscope it, you get this extra texture, this serenity, just something that you can just sit and breathe next to and just feel its precious symmetry, the awe that you feel when you look at something and you don't want to change anything about it, unless you want to change something about it. And this is me. So what you can do is you can layer it, colorize it, and distort it, and reflect it, and rotate it. And there's so many different combinations that this isn't just me. It's a movement, and you can create beauty out of things and find them in places you never thought possible. I call this one Bridge. It's one of my favorites because I didn't know it was going to happen. I just paused the kaleidoscopic video, and there it was, sitting there, as if it was waiting to be discovered. And so I want you to go out there and try it yourself and do lots of iterations. There's 3 things that can happen in these iterations that might be a little weird. So first, you can find beauty in something you wouldn't expect. The second thing that can happen is that you find symbols, like this. I paused my kaleidoscopic video, and I saw a cosmic owl and a cosmic butterfly, and I thought that was the coolest thing. This stuff happens just on accident, but when you stop and think about it, it's your brain that attaches patterns to it. And this is a phenomenon called pareidolia. What it means is that our human brain wants to see faces in random patterns. And this is particularly frightening. This is my experiment of ink and water, and it is shockingly horrifying. But then doing stuff on purpose like this is just shockingly beautiful. It's just something we can sit and appreciate. This was acrylic on newsprint. It took me about less than $5 to do, and it's just so relaxing to enjoy. And so that's all the time I have for today. Now go out and find something that you love and reflect it and reflect on it. Thank you.